Hi, I'm Kathy. I'm the Tidy Tutor. We're going to get right to it. We're going to talk about papers. Okay, we have papers in the house piled. Each one of them means something to us, each pile. So I want you to write down whatever that pile means to you and then put a rubber band around it and stick what you've written, like you've named it, underneath the rubber band. If it's too big for a rubber band, then do it with string like you do a newspaper and name it. Then take each pile and put it in a produce box that you get from either the grocery store or the produce store. Call them up ahead of time. Tell them you need to pick up an apple box, okay? They'll know what you mean. They're good, they're sturdy, they have handles. Take all of the piles that you've made. Maybe this pile is all of May's mail. Maybe this pile is lawyer papers. Maybe this pile is schoolwork papers, school papers. Maybe it's car accident papers. Whatever it is, you know what it's called. Put them all wrapped up, each one separately, not each paper separately, each pile separately into this produce box. Put that aside. We'll work on that later. They're not getting any bigger, remember this, okay? They're not going to have any babies. They're staying the same size. Now we're going to deal with incoming papers. Anytime you have any paper in the house that needs to be addressed, dealt with, that isn't garbage, you're going to put it in something like this. If this is a decorative box, okay, this has a hinge. They all aren't exactly like this. You can get something that is like this, which is a cardboard box with a lid, okay? They're, see, it's kind of biggish, all right? When papers come in, they go in there. Okay, now that's done. Now you need to have something like this. This is a picture storage box, all right? They're about $2, $2.50 in the craft store. Don't worry about not having all of the information that I'm saying. When you put your email below, I will send you a detailed ingredients that you need to get so that you can make this work, okay? And also a little bit of an outline. In this box, you will have a baggie, and this baggie will have in it calculator. It will have deposit slips. If you don't carry your checkbook with you, it will have your checkbook and the register in here. It will have a pen, and it will have stamps, okay? That's what will be in here. I like to write notes. I know everybody likes mail, so I like to write notes, thank you notes, or just something appreciative kind of thing. So you can have these two in there if you like. You don't have to. There will also be January to December envelopes. You just have any envelope at all, and you write January to December on them, January, February, March. Each one is named a different month with the year in the corner. Okay, so you have that. When a bank statement comes in, it goes in here, all right? At the end of the year, you're going to have January to December bank statements all together in one section. Now, you're going to name 2 days a week for a desk day, all right? You're going to designate 2 days a week as desk days. Now, remember, it's not a complete day. It's just about an hour. In the beginning, it'll be an hour. After a while, it'll be about 15 minutes. Once you get in the groove and you chip away at that box of piled papers that you had. Okay, now, mail comes in, you put it in this box. Remember, mail comes in, any papers come in, anything that comes in goes in here. You know where any paper is that you need it, it's in this box. Okay, now it's desk day, let's say Tuesday or Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday is your desk day for argument's sake, so it's Tuesday. You open up this box and you take out papers, and you deal with the papers one at a time. Open them up over a garbage and throw away all the envelopes and all the fillers. Deal with each paper at a time. If you pay a bill, write paid January 1st, $200, stick it in the January envelope. When you get a pay stub, the pay stub goes in there too. Anything that has to do with this month that had paper attached to it that is a receipt or anything to that nature goes in that appropriate month. At the end of the year, you end up with something or exactly like this. This is January to December envelopes with all of the things that you had to deal with during the year in it. I put my date book in there if you use a date book. Most people use phones nowadays, but I like having a paper date book. So you put your date book in there, and your January to December bank statements also will be here. And then you file this away. This happens to be 2009. And you file it away, and you have everything that you needed. You need for any information that you might need in the future. It's all contained. Now, remember, if you need anything in particular about anything in particular, like say your public service bill, it's in here, all right? It's all in here. If somebody calls up on the phone and they need to talk to you about a particular bill, or you see a bill that's way out of line, you have all your information here, your account numbers, the phone numbers. It's easily accessible. Now, something else that you have to do also is, something else that you have to do also is you have to get that box that you had the piles in. Remember, now this is your Tuesday or your Thursday. That's the only days that you deal with this, all right? You don't have to think about it any of the other days. Tuesday, Thursday comes, you open up that box, and you work on one pile of those papers, okay? Just one. You don't even have to finish it, but I recommend you work 30 minutes on it. Set a timer, because after about 25 seconds, we don't want to do it anymore, we know it. But we know that if there's a timer set, that there's an end to it, and we can push through to the end. So you work on that pile of papers for 30 minutes. Maybe you have to file them. Maybe you have to make a note to call somebody. Maybe you have to throw some things away. You know, maybe you have to pay something. Whatever it is you have to do with each paper, do it. Do it for that 30 minutes, and you do this every Tuesday and every Thursday. Now, if the phone rings when you're in the middle of this, remember to say, I'm so sorry. Let's say your friend calls you and says, can you please come to the dump with me? I want to go to the dump. And you say, oh, gee, I'd love to go to the dump, but damn, I can't. I've got to work on my papers, but I can do it in an hour. And then they'll say, oh, great, I could be ready in an hour. All right, it gives dignity to your life. It gives predictability. And, you kept your appointment with yourself, okay? So if something comes up in the middle of this, you have this appointment that you have to keep with yourself, okay? You have to work it if you want it to work, all right? I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to put your email and your information just below, just your email. I'll send you the information that we just talked about, a little bit of an outline, and all the ingredients of the things that you have to get to make it work. I'm Kathy, I'm the Tidy Tutor, and I thank you so much for listening.